Carmelo Anthony. Now I know Carmelo is Bron's homie, so I thought that would help. Now something that bothered me the last 2, 3, 4 years was everybody crying about how the league gave up on Melo. Man, let me tell you something about Melo. I know y'all remember the time in Oklahoma City. They was like, yo, Melo, they talking about you maybe coming off the bench.
If they're starting at the 4 or even coming off the bench. And the second question is...
Who, me?
Oh. I guess that answers that part.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
Yo, fuck out of here. That's what he really wanted to say. Now it would be different if Melo was like this, you know what I'm saying, this high spirit cat, this locker room cat. Now we all know Melo is probably one of the furthest things from a locker room cat. Yo, what up, though? And we back. This is the Play Your Card podcast, the podcast for the real players. We was all dealt a hand. What you gonna do with it, though? And now, man, this podcast is for people who really just keep it real. You only know how to keep it real. You don't even got no off switch. That's what this podcast is for. A podcast is for people that's self-aware. Authenticity. Look it up. Right? All right, but we're going to dive into straight into episode 8, man. And I'm going to get straight to it. I got some things I want to get off my chest. It's some things. What I do is I might have a night out, or I might have a situation, or I might have an encounter, or I might have a meeting, or I might have a phone call, or talk to a family member, or whatever it is. What I'll do is I'll write it down. I got a notebook, and I'll write it down into my topics. So when we have an episode where we have a Play Your Card episode where it's just me, I'm just, You know what I'm saying? I got to get this off my chest. So that's where we at right now with episode 8. First thing, I had an encounter with a drunk person the other day. This is no drunk shaming at all. We never drunk shame. Like, kick it, please. Shout out to you. But y'all ever noticed, or how y'all feel whenever you ever be around somebody who turned into a life coach when they drunk? Especially a lady about the lady in her 30s, because I'm in my 20s, and so for a good amount of the time, I'm hanging out with people that's also in their 20s. But we're close to the 30s, so we always end up with somebody who may be 30. And boy, do not let a 30-year-old get drunk with some 20-year-olds. Don't let a 30-year-old get drunk with some 20-year-olds, because there's a good chance they gonna turn into a life coach. Oh, don't let it be somebody that didn't accomplish something too. I mean, it's good. I appreciate it. But it's predictable. After it happened, you be like, damn. It's always that one motherfucker that turn into a life coach when they get drunk. I mean, I feel like you don't even got to be successful to do that shit. You got somebody drunk. You know how many drunk uncles be around? Have your friends, have your 20-year-old friends around some drunk uncles that's 40. That's 50, you know what I'm saying? Some OGs. Boy, they turn into a life coach. Hey, what are you doing? I tell you what you need to do. Now, real talk. It depends on who it is. I don't even know who I'm impersonating. I got caught in between wanting to impersonate somebody, 45-year-old uncle that's drinking Hennessy at the barbecue, or the 30-year-old real estate MILF that you met at the bar. Either way, they about to coach your ass, though. Whether it's the lady that's drunk off vodka water, tequila and soda all fucking night, or it's your uncle that's drunk off Hennessy since 10 a.m. Both are extreme life coaches. Both have good advice. And I'm not going to say you should or should not listen. I mean, but with any advice, take it with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Chew the meat, spit the bone. All right. Next, parents missing calls. I remember when y'all was younger, man, you be like grade school, middle school. You go to call your parents, you go to call your people, you go to call your OG, and they don't answer. You ever go to call your OG and they don't answer? You be like, what are you doing? I'm calling you. I'm your seed. How you going? Don't please don't tell me you looked at the phone and knew it was me calling and ain't gonna answer. I'm your seed. What are you doing? Now, when I think about my own life, my mom, she never didn't answer. But my dad, boy, hey, I guess he a busy man though. But man, it'd be tough. It'd be tough to get that food and answer the phone. I mean, granted, the more conversations I have with people, I know it wasn't just me that he would not answer the phone for. But at the same time, I hear other people talk about like, hey, I go to call my parent and they don't answer. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Why you not answer the call? I'm your seed, dog. I'm your seed. So I got to thinking about the turnaround now that I'm an adult. In the past really 24 hours. Now that I think about it, both of my parents called me and I missed them. I haven't returned them yet. I'm gonna call them as soon as I get done recording. Though I'm gonna call them back. You know what I'm saying? I remember the days. I remember the days now, so I don't be that pressed. Hit me with the Cash App. Hit me with the Apple Cash. I need some groceries. You know what I'm saying? But I say that jokingly. I really do appreciate my parents. I have a great relationship with both of my parents, and we talk often. You know, and especially now that I don't live with them, it's I bet you it's even better and more exciting to talk on the phone with me. So shout out to them, man. I do appreciate them and everything that they do, and I'm gonna call y'all back. My bad. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. All right. Next, drunk show and tell. Drunk show and tell. All right, so what do I mean by drunk show and tell? Think about how many times you've been drunk or you've been out with a group of people or been out with somebody and then they start showing you something that they are very passionate about. Now, it may have come up in a conversation. You may or may not really be interested in what they're talking about. But regardless, they are showing you, and not only are they showing you, they're showing you with so much emotion and so much energy and just so much love for this object or item or person or idea or whatever. We love drunk show and tell. So I think the next time we talk, I may put that poll out there just to see what people say. And what is your drunk show and tell? Like, what do you show and tell when you're drunk? I found out myself whenever I'm good and inebriated, I show off my sister. I mean, and anybody that knows me know that has been the case for a while. I think I'm just super, super, super proud of my sister. And not only her accomplishments, but her character and how she acts. If you know my sister, you know, like, she's almost unreal. Almost unreal, but that ain't the point. Point is, I was out this weekend and I found myself talking to this lady and I had to show her myself. I'm like, you remind me of my sister. You just boom, 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 boom. Look at her. Look at her Instagram. Look, I don't know where she at right now. One day she in New York. Another day she in Maryland. Another day she in Vegas. Another day she in Cali. Then she might be in Houston. I don't know. You never know with my sister, dog. You got to keep up with my sister Instagram. Follow my sister Instagram. It's going to be down below. You use her Instagram. You'll get a promo code for the Doubted t-shirts. You get a promo code for the Play Your Card t-shirts, and you get a promo code for just enjoying life. Shout out to her Instagram, Radical Self-Awareness. We're huge into Black mental health. I'll put the Radical Self-Awareness in the description below because those topics are so important, especially in our community, to be able to talk about healing, to be able to talk about how you're feeling, to be able to talk about how to deal with emotions in a healthy way. You got to be aware, dog. So that's my sister's forte. That's what she just graduated and got her psychology degree from Bowling Green State. So she's about that. And the power of the mind is real. And that girl be on the road for real. You hear me? She'll be in one spot for too long, man. So shout out to her. We call it being on tour. And to live a lifestyle of being on tour, That's a blessing. So man, I'll always be ready to show and tell her, especially when I'm drunk. Especially when I'm drunk, I gotta pull out her Instagram. I'll be like, look, it ain't even like she got like no crazy Instagram. I know a lot of y'all be having crazy Instagrams in terms of followers. Don't even be nobody. Why? I missed it. I'm old, I guess. I was there when Instagram very first came out. Like I was there when Instagram very first came out. I still got some pictures from more than 10 years ago on my Instagram. Come on now. How all these? I ain't gonna say how, but I know it's a common place for regular common folk, and especially girls, to have like 40, 30, 20, 30, 50,000 followers for absolutely no reason. And have like 2 pictures up. That's another thing the kids do. I don't get it. They have like 1 or 2 or 3 pictures up all the time. I don't know. My sister Instagram ain't like that. I think she has a humble following of like 6 or 7K or something. You know what I'm saying? It might not even be that. I might be gassing her on that. But I'll be lit. I'll be ready to show off my sister Instagram and show just how beautiful she is and what she got going on, because she does the damn thing. She does the damn thing. She does the damn thing. My sister, she does the damn thing. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. All right, next topic. Strip clubs. Strip clubs. As a male who is attracted to women, I double checked. I definitely am. Shout out to y'all. But I was watching something about strippers, or some strippers were talking, or I don't know what inspired me to write this down. But for anybody that maybe has had a bad strip club experience or has not had a strip club experience, and I'm talking to my guys, I'm talking to fellas with this one. If you haven't had a strip club experience, or you haven't had a good one or an enjoyable one or a nice one, go with ladies. Go to the strip club with females. Like as a guy, if you go to the strip club with females, dude, you're going to have such a good time. I think that the next part is to have female friends. You probably need some female friends to make that happen. But you get you some female friends, dog, and whatever night out, whatever y'all celebrating, left, right, center, you get some female friends that understand and that want to go, because most girls really appreciate femininity and appreciate women themselves. So if you can appreciate women, don't go to the strip club with the homies, or don't go to the strip club on some lame shit. You know what I'm saying? On some objective type shit. No, go trying to have some fun and enjoy the music, enjoy the vibe, and enjoy the scene. It's its own place. You know, it's its own community, and respect that. And the best way to respect that is to bring sand to the beach. Everybody gonna have a good time. Because strippers, think about it from the strippers. Like, let's be empathetic here. Let's think about it from a dancer's perspective. The expectation, and it's already like a stipulation that is hungry, thirsty ass dudes in their face all day and night, crying all day and night. You know what I'm saying? Thirsty all day and night. So when they get a chance to kick it with some females, they turn. Now you didn't switched up the flow. Now you didn't walk the strippers up. Now, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you bring some fun girls, or you bring some girls that want to be at the strip club, or you bring some girls that understand this strip club. Yeah, now y'all turn now. Yeah, come on now, 2 + 2. Hey, play your card. Play your card right, man. Play your card to win the game. Play your card to enjoy the game. And that's what we really going to be doing on this podcast. We really just going to be giving out. Boo, play your card. One card to play is, if you're going to go to the strip club, try your best to go with women. Try your best to go with some female friends and enjoy it that way. And just let them kick it. Let them, you know what I'm saying? Let them parlay and turn on each other and turn up. You know, find your role. Play your role. Play your role at the strip club when you go with the females, man. It's the best to play your role and know your role and find your role in any way. That's how you win. 10 game anyway. Play your card. Know your role. But in this case, you go to the strip club, try to find some women to go with, man. That's ace advice for, take that if you don't remember nothing. All right. Couple things I also want to talk about before we get out of here. We are all aware that the Lakers suck this year, right? Lakers are bad. We are all aware that LeBron is LeBron. And not only that, not only is LeBron, he hasn't had a season like this where he's played a good amount of the games. He's played majority of the games. Like, you know, I won't sit here and flex on that. He's played majority of the games, but they've still sucked and lost a lot. And you know, anybody that knows anything about basketball, or anybody that's paid attention to the Lakers or know anything, you know that a huge problem that they have is chemistry. There's no chemistry. That's why so many turnovers. That's why the ball is sticking. Nobody knows really what they're doing. That's why Westbrook looks as bad as he looks, because like that natural feel that a good team will have of being in the right spot and knowing what that other person would do before they do it, and the anticipation that comes with having a relationship with your teammates, it's not there. It's not there. And that's something we've never, ever, ever seen from a LeBron team, right? Now let's talk about let's talk about what it really is. You talk about the character of these guys that they have. I mean, I'm no GM, but I am a socialite. I do understand socialism and people. I wouldn't say socialism. What do I mean? Just communications and character development and psychology and all of that. I do understand that for sure. And character traits. The team that they assembled was not good, man. What? We're going to take a quick break for our sponsors. I know you're in the middle of our episode right now, but hold that thought 1 second. Play Your Card Podcast is sponsored by the Candid Candle Collection. Say that 3 times. The Candid Candle Collection, right? I know you was probably looking at our episode right now and you're like, ooh, it looked like it smelled good. I know you thinking, ooh, it looked like it smelled good in there. Well, baby, it do. You hear me? It do. And that's all shout out to the Candid Candle Collection. If you go to their website right now, you can use our promo code Play Your Card Podcast. That's PLAYA card, CARD, right? For all my players out there, make sure you get you a good smelling candle. Right here, I got the suit and tie right there. You can see that suit and tie. It got to smelling real smooth in here, baby. That's how we get down. You know what I'm saying? We got silk pillows and we got suit and tie candles for you, baby. You hear me? Okay, now back to what we were saying. Okay, you got Monk. Monk is just turned. He just happy to be there. You know what I'm saying? If you know Monk's story, to be playing with LeBron and playing in LA, he turned. Cool. Same with THT, right? THT was unknown. Like, the fact that y'all even know THT is huge. I met THT when he was going into his senior year. You know, I coached basketball down in Illinois, so he from Chicago, and he played with Team Rose, and we had a tournament down in Lindenwood, and he was just real quiet and real humble, and I really liked that about him. But I could just tell how he interact. You know, he wasn't like the point. Put like this: at 18, I could see that he wasn't the point guard. At like now, 4 years later, that he wasn't the point guard that this Lakers team needed. No, and they chose him over Caruso. They don't look good right now. So you got them two that's just, you know, they not going to step up and take over, and A, because they don't have the experience to, but B, I just don't think they have it in their character trait. All right, now let's move on down the line. Dwight Howard. This is Dwight's 3rd time with the Lakers. He already got a ring. He already played for Kobe. Cool. Not going to work. It's not working. Is he even there? I don't even think Dwight Howard is there. We traded Dwight Howard. That's how much I know. DeAndre Jordan, same thing. He's already been in L.A. He's on the 2nd leg in L.A. What good is he? And he's older, and we've never really known DeAndre to be an ultra leader. What rings do DeAndre have? DeAndre don't even have no rings. All right, cool. Let's move down the line to who I really started this conversation about. Carmelo Anthony. Now, I know Carmelo is Bron's homie, so I thought that would help. Now, something that bothered me the last 2, 3, 4 years was everybody crying about how the league gave up on Melo. The league gave up on Melo. Y'all thought Melo was gone. Y'all gave up on Melo. Man, let me tell you something about Melo. Melo was done the moment he opened his mouth to further prove how self-unaware he was. I know y'all remember the time in Oklahoma City. They was like, yo, Melo, they talking about you maybe coming off the bench. Like, yo, Melo, they talking about you maybe coming off the bench. What, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think about if that's the recipe to win? And Melo got up to the mic and laughed and scoffed. Yo, you hear that? Yeah, they talking about me coming off the bench. Yeah, right. Never. Yo, fuck out of here. That's what he really wanted to say. When they brought up to Melo that he might come off the bench or that it might be best in the team's best interest if he came off the bench, this man's first thing he really wanted to yell out to the reporter was, yo, fuck out of here. You know who I am? I'm Carmelo Anthony. I'm not coming off the bench. But what if that was the best thing for the team, though, bro? And I won't get into who they what their roster was like at the time, but it's like, what if that's the best thing for the team, though, bro? And he went through with that with Oklahoma City and Houston, and eventually my man's was out. And then somehow he got back to Portland, and he went back to Portland, and he did okay. Like, he hit like 20-something threes in how many ever games, and everybody was ready to crown him again. What has he done with the Lakers? Now it would be different if Melo was like this, you know what I'm saying, this high spirit cat, this locker room cat. Now we all know Melo is probably one of the furthest things from a locker room cat. Not saying he's a bad guy. Not saying he's, you know what I'm saying, not even cool. Like, you know what I'm saying, he's obviously one of the guys. Like, he's cool. But he's not a locker room guy. He is not a locker room guy. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I don't even want to get an example of who locker room guys is, but you know what I mean by locker room guy, and Melo is not one. Come on, bro. So that's no good for this Laker team. No bueno. And then on top of that, you got AD and Westbrook. AD ain't even playing. That's been the real problem. Granted, bro, with everything that is going on, if AD played 67 to 75 games this year, we would no doubt be a top 4 seed, top 5 seed. That's something that don't get talked about. The falling short of expectations this year for the Lakers is really on the heels of AD not being there. Are you talking about the expectations of LeBron in the Lakers? His whole stint, the whole foundation was, this is AD's team. I'm really just supposed to play the background and let AD kill. AD dropped the ball on that one, bro. Not on top of being hurt, he, like, at least 30% of the games that he played in, he was just soft. Like, he was passive and just wanted to shoot. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, he showed his dominance. He showed how good he could be, but he wasn't on no Embiid type joint. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't balling out like Joker and them big boys. He wasn't balling out like Giannis. Like, them boys bring it every night, ready to kill you, look you in your eye and kill you. AD only on that 70% of the time that he playing, and he only played 50% of the time. All right, so that's the Lakers' problem. And then Westbrook, oh jeez, I have never, ever been a fan of Westbrook on the account of he's so angry. Even in OKC, even in Houston, even in where is he at? DC. It's like, bro, why are you so mad, bro? He's so mad. He's so mad. And I think all that negative energy, no bueno, bro. This is gonna come back. Because in the game of basketball, you're like he's saying it now. Like, I'm gonna miss shots. You're gonna miss shots. You're gonna turn the ball over. But you make yourself such an easy target when you dunk on everybody, or you come down and you scream, and you're screaming at babies, you're screaming at everybody in their face, you're down 30, telling everybody they better double you. Just like so many other things that has happened in the past, so much like he plays with so much resentment, like he's resentful towards the world and towards everybody that he's playing against. That's cool and all, And that it was okay, Mr. Triple Double. You made sure you got your triple doubles for 38 years straight. But when shit look shitty and shit hit the fan, and you ain't got no real character, you ain't got no real, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no real fight. You're not a champion, so can't say that what you has done has been the right way. It ain't what it gets you. So don't tell me that he's just aggressive. He just plays with tenacity. He's just a dog. Where has that gotten him? What has that gotten him? I could tell you a long time ago, like, bro, you too mad. You gotta enjoy life. You gotta enjoy the game. You gotta enjoy your teammates, man. And he just don't seem to do that. He seems, and this, I don't know. I ain't never seen him play in person, but he seems to be just so angry and so frantic and ready to prove whatever to whoever, that he'll go to whatever lengths. And it's not looking good right now. It's not looking good. They get booed on a nightly basis in their home arena, the crypto.com arena. So, man, trade everybody. Trade LeBron too. We good. We have fun in LA. We want us a ring. You know what I'm saying? It don't even matter. Brian, go to Chicago. Go wherever. Go to Cleveland. Go to Chicago. Go to Seattle. It ain't even a team in Seattle. Go start a team in Seattle, Brian. Come on, go start something until Bronny get there. We got 2 years, 3 years. Sheesh. Okay, so I spoke all of that about Carmelo, and I spoke all of that about Russ. Last thing I wrote down is Cam Newton. Same thing with Cam Newton. They were saying, the league gave up on Cam. The league gave up on Cam. Y'all thought Cam was... No, Cam is a shit-talking quarterback. Not only is he a shit-talking quarterback, he the same shit-talking quarterback that'll go up to the podium and cry. Cam Newton is no different than Baker Mayfield in that aspect. Granted, Cam Newton is... I won't go without saying that Cam Newton is 20 times better than Baker Mayfield, and that Cam Newton was a monster on the field. Won't take that away. Not him and Baker aren't close in that aspect. But in terms of having all this bravado, all this macho, all this pride, but then also being so goddamn sensitive at the same time, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, be sensitive and do all that as a man. But as a quarterback, people don't want that from their quarterback. I'm going to tell you the truth. I studied a lot of quarterbackism from a pup, because I wanted to be it so bad. So I understood what character development was, and I understood how important leadership was and what leadership looked like from the quarterback position. And I'm sorry, people don't want quarterbacks like Cam. It's a risk. High risk, high reward. Yeah, like the highs are high and the lows are low. You got to stay even keel, bro. And not even that you got to say, like, okay, so somebody would say, Tom Brady talk shit. Tom Brady probably wasn't talking that much shit before he started winning rings. His bravado with talking shit came with winning. What he was doing was working. I don't want to hear quarterbacks being cocky and all of that. In left, right, center, before they get their rings, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Get your rings, and then do all that. But, like, who has that worked for? Hell, it didn't even work for Joey Burrow this year. And who knows? Like, we can't guarantee that he's ever gonna get back to a Super Bowl. But, like, guys like Matt Stafford, we never hear from Matt. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Don't get me started. I was a Peyton Manning guy. You know what I'm saying? We to the business. I understand that at the quarterback position, bro. People are looking at you all the time. All the time. Like, why would you talk? There's already a target on your back. I explained this to a cat not that long ago. I was out throwing darts, and he was so excited and enamored about how I celebrated when I lost. Like, I was like, you know, like I was playing with another guy, which happens to be his friend, and I didn't know it at the time. And the other guy, he hit a money shot. He won the game. We celebrate. And then the guy just had to come over and tell me how he, appreciated and noticed just my respect for the game and being able to be radically humble like that. And we got to talking about how I was able to pick up that character trait from just studying quarterbackism and being a quarterback. So that's just one thing that I think that Cam lacked. You know, it was a radical humility to get real high on the highs and low on the lows. But if you could respect the game, man, it go further. But all right, man, that's been enough of a play a card. I hope you found some good nuggets in here. I hope you really heard some of my some of my takes and thought it was either trash or thought it was nice. But regardless, man, make sure you like and subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Stay up tuned with what we got going on. We got a lot going on. You'll see our illustrious guests. We have illustrious guests all the time on the Play Your Card podcast. Hell, you may even be on here one day. Right now the security is low, so we having fun with that. Make sure you follow and pay attention for our Patreon. Make sure you follow and pay attention for our merch, and then going forward. Also, we're gonna take a quick break. Again, this is the Play Your Card podcast. We was all dealt to hand. You decide how you play it. This is your boy Ace. Always realize it can happen. Shout out Rich Crew.